Chapter 7 Study Guide says which graph represents the following system of equations. So we're going to look at this graph. That first equation has a y-intercept of 2. So it's going to cross here. So we're going to mark that, and we're going to see that this one, and this one have a line that crosses there. This one does not. So we're going to go ahead and eliminate that answer choice. That one that had a y-intercept of 2, it has a slope of 2 over 1. So from that point, you're going to go up 2 over 1. Well, that doesn't go through there, so we're going to eliminate that. Going to go up 2 over 1. Nope, doesn't happen here. Up 2 over 1. Okay, happens there. So far, so good. Let's make sure that it fits here. Y equals negative x minus 2. So that's like having y equals negative 1 over 1x minus 2. Has a y-intercept of negative 2. So far, we're in compliance. Now, that slope is negative 1 over 1. So you're going to go down 1 over 1. And that one's graphed there. So answer D for number 1. Number 2 says use a graph to find the solution. Again, we're going to check out our y-intercept. The first one has a y-intercept of 3. It has a slope of 1 over 1, so up 1 over 1. It has a y-intercept of negative 1 and a slope of negative 2 over 1. So we're thinking it's A. I'm going to show you how to use the calculator to do these. You go into y equals, and you can enter this in your calculator. The first one said, let me erase my slope markings on there, y equals x plus 3, and then negative 2x minus 1. We graph. And I want it to tell me where that intersection occurs. So I'm going to press second trace, which is going to activate the calc option. Tell it to calculate the intersection. It's going to ask me some questions. It's going to say, is this the first curve? Yes. Is this the second curve? Yes. And then it wants me to guess. So I get as close as I can and press enter. The x part's negative 1.33. The y part is 1.67. So that is answer A. Question 3 says, Tom has a collection of 30 CDs. Nita has a collection of 15. Tom is adding a CD a month to his collection, and Nita is adding 4. So here is his equation. It says, write and graph a system to find the number of months after which they'll have the same number of CDs. Let X represent the number of months and Y the number of CDs. So Tom has 30, and he is adding 1 CD a month. Nita has 15. She's adding 4 a month. So I could use elimination, I could use substitution, or I could use graphing. And I'm going to put this in my calculator. And it's going to be x plus 30, and then 4x plus 15. I could have put 1x plus 30 in there, meaning the same thing. And then I'm going to graph it. Well, I'm not going to see anything intersecting on my graph because my numbers are large. And my graph window is only going to 10. So I'm going to have to tell it to zoom out and press enter and see if that intersection shows up. And it does. I can see it. If I can see it, the calculator can see it. So I'm going to have the calculator figure that out. I'm going to tell it to calculate the intersection. It's going to say, is this the first curve? Yes. Is this the second curve? Yes. And then I'm going to get really close there. Is that the guess? So the guess is 535. So that would be 5 months and 35 CDs. So that's answer to number 3. Number 4 says, find a solution to the following system. Negative x plus 2y equals 0. Negative 3x plus 4y equals 4. I'm going to use elimination. I'm going to use elimination on this one. It's going to be the easiest way to work number 4. Nothing is going to eliminate right off the bat. So I'm going to have to prepare one of these to be eliminated. I'm going to try to turn that into a negative 4. Well, what do you multiply that row by to change that to a negative 4? I need to multiply it by negative 2. And I've got to multiply every item by negative 2. So it's going to be negative 2 times negative 1, which is 2x. Negative 2 times 2y, which is minus 4y. And negative 2 times 0, which is 0. Now the bottom one stays the same. Don't change a thing on it. Negative 3x plus 4y equals 4. I designed this so that this would cancel. This is going to be 2x plus negative 3x, which is negative 1x, equals 4. Divide by negative 1, x is negative 4. Now go back and find y. I'm going to use the original equation here. Negative 3 times negative 4 plus 4y equals 4. So 12 plus 4y is 4. Subtract 12. 4y is negative 8. Y is negative 2. So my answer here is negative 4, negative 2. Number 5. Number 5 is set up so that I could use substitution, or I can put that in my calculator. So I'm going to graph this one. It says negative x plus 9 and negative 2x minus 1. And I'm going to graph it. Now I'm still zoomed in. I may have to zoom out, but it turned out pretty good. I can find that intersection. So I'm going to have the calculator calculate that. Calculate the intersection. Is this the first curve? Yes. Is this the second curve? Yes. And then I'm going to get over there on the intersection. And it tells me my answer is negative 10, 19. So this answer would be negative 10, 19. Number 6, tell whether the system has no solution, one solution, or infinitely many solutions. So let's jot down some notes here. If it has no solution, it's parallel. It's parallel means it has the same slope and different y-intercepts. If it has one solution, it means that they intersect, that they have different slopes. If it has infinitely many, it's the exact same line with the same slope and the same y-intercept. So you might want to jot that down. So let's look at this one. There's your y-intercepts. They're different. There's your slopes. They're the same. So same slope, different y-intercept. That's this option. This one is no solution. You might write it like that. The next one says y equals 4x plus 2 and y equals negative 4x minus 4. They have different slopes, so they're going to have one solution. Number 8. It says the length of a rectangle is 10 centimeters more than 4 times the width. If the perimeter is 80, what are the dimensions? Okay. The length is 10 centimeters more than 4 times the width. So there's the width. Now I could put an L on length, but I'm not going to. I'm going to write it in terms of W. It's going to be 10 plus 4W. 10 plus 4W. And I know to find the perimeter, I've got to add up all 4 of those sides. So W plus 10 plus 4W plus W plus 10 plus 4W equals 80. Now I'm going to collect like terms. 1 and 4 make 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10W plus 20 equals 80. Solve. 10W equals 60. Divide by 10. W is 6. If W is 6, then 10 plus 4 times 6 is 34 for the length. Question 8. Question 9 says solve using substitution. But guys, I'm going to tell you, if it's set up for y equals, I put it in my calculator every time. 2x plus 9 and 4x plus 8. And we're going to graph it. When we see the intersection, you probably could have zoomed out. Zoomed in. Zoom 6. You might could have zoomed to a standard screen and seen where they cross. So second, calc, find the intersection. First curve, second curve, guess. And the answer is 0.5, 10. Number 10. Number 10 says the sum of two numbers is 86. And the difference between two numbers is 12. So we've set up our two equations. We don't know either number, so we're going to use x and y. And these are designed for elimination. And the y's will eliminate. So we can cancel those. 2x equals 98. Divide by 2. X is 49. So 49 plus y is 86. Subtract 49. Y is 37. So your two numbers are 49 and 37. 11, solve by elimination, and it's ready to go. It says x plus 2y is negative 1, and 4x minus 2y is negative 24. It's ready to be eliminated. This is a 1. This is going to give me 5x is equal to negative 25. Divide by 5. X is negative 5. So I'm going to apply that to the first equation. Negative 5 plus 2y is negative 1. I'm going to add the 5 to both sides. 2y is 4. Divide by 2, y is 2. There we go, negative 5, 2. Number 12. Number 12 asks you to solve by elimination. It says 2x plus 3y is 7, and x plus 12y is negative 7. But it's not designed to be eliminated. So you're going to have to design that. You're going to have to force that to happen. There's a 1 there. I'm going to change that 1 into a negative 2. So I'm going to multiply everything in the bottom by negative 2. So this is 2x plus 3y is 7. This one is negative 2x minus 24y equals 14. Now it's designed so that those will cancel. And when I combine here, I get negative 21y equals 21. Divide by negative 21, y is negative 1. So I'm going to plug in 2x plus 3 times negative 1 is 7. 2x minus 3 is 7. Add 3 to both sides. 2x is 10. Divide. X is 5. So 5, negative 1 is my answer for number 12. Number 13 needs to be put in the graph, but the bottom one says y plus 3 equals 2x, and I want it to say y equals. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Y equals 2x minus 3. Now y'all can already tell those are the same equations, but I'm going to put them in here and show you what it looks like. 2x minus 3, and in the second one, 2x minus 3. I'm going to graph it. Okay, guys, it's the same line. I'm going to show you a little trick. Go into the second one. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change the way the graph looks. I want it to be, if I get this little zero thing going, it's going to be a tracer ball. So you're going to see the first one, and here comes the second one, and you can see it following that same path. Well, when it's the same line, remember that it's infinitely many solutions. What's the solution to this system in 14? Well, let's graph it and see. It says 2x plus 9 and 5x. We're going to graph it. There's the first one. Here comes the second one. I can't see the graph, so I'm going to have to zoom out and press enter. And then I'm going to tell it to calculate the intersection. There's the first curve, second curve. There's my guess. 315 is my answer there. Number 15, they want you to use substitution. So it was 3x plus 2y is 7, and y equals negative 3x plus 11. So y is isolated. It equals this. So that y needs to go, and that goes in its place. So it says 3x plus 2 times negative 3x plus 11 equals 7. Distribute. This is going to be negative 3x plus 22 is 7. Subtract 22. Negative 3x equals negative 15. Divide by negative 3. X is 5. If x is 5, y equals negative 3 times 5 plus 11. Negative 15 plus 11 is negative 4. So 5, negative 4 is my answer for 15. 16 says, without solving, what method would you use to solve this system? Well, if both of them said y equals, it would be graphing, but that's not the case. But one of your letters is isolated, so I would use substitution.